So one of the biggest concerns in today's day and age is that mental health problems are growing all Australia-wide. We've got 1 in 5 people in Australia between 16 to 85 that have mental health problems in the year. And the biggest group that actually has mental health problems are youth. So Yogahood is an extremely valuable and unique program on a number of different levels. Obviously, it's providing yoga for free, and yoga can be quite an expensive activity at the moment, but because of the numerous benefits, we obviously want to be able to offer it to those in need. And the other really huge benefit, especially working from a youth mental health background, is it's very rare to see youth in general just turn up for particular things, and then having youth with mental health difficulties turn up to a yoga class is probably quite rare. So having someone to be able to come out into an environment where the youth feel comfortable, so a service where they're already engaged with, is actually quite a rare thing, but also extremely beneficial because it's making it so accessible to people who actually need it. So the benefits of yoga are really vast. There's physical health benefits, obviously, and I guess we're thinking more from the mental health perspective. There's benefits in terms of people being able to regulate their emotions, so thinking before they act, so engaging in appropriate behaviours. It reduces anxiety levels and stress levels. It can help manage depression. Various breathing strategies can actually help just manage anger and other emotions as well, and there's a lot of research out there that supports that. Another benefit is that research actually shows that practicing yoga activates the part of the brain that is responsible for regulating our emotions and helping us plan. So it pretty much slows down the way that we respond to things and allows us to make appropriate choices rather than unhelpful ones as well.
So a 6-week yoga program, we have a volunteer will come and work with the participants over 6 weeks, an hour every week, and we bring mats which the students can then take and potentially have a practice at home, and it's a program where we do maybe some breath work, we do some movement, and it just allows the participants to be in their bodies and do some movement and perhaps maybe help with their mental wellness, perhaps with some physical health, and yeah. What makes a yoga class different from a standard yoga class is we come to you, we bring the mats and the participants can take the mats. There's no candles, there's no music. It's often in a very different setting of whatever is available to the community or the neighbourhood that we're working with. And the language that we use is a general English language around the different shapes rather than any yogic words or shapes. So making it as accessible as possible to everyone.
I think programs like Yogahood Australia are really important because in terms of working with young people with mental ill health, they're coming from a trauma-informed approach, which is something that a lot of our young people need. And obviously in Australia, accessing yoga at a reasonable price is really difficult to do. So these young people are often coming from disadvantaged backgrounds with not much money, so they're being given the chance to engage in something that they otherwise wouldn't. I've seen lots of benefits for the young people's well-being, both physical well-being and mental as well. I think in terms of what the young people have told me, they've spoken about really finding this a space where they can come and just explore new ways to relax, or they found it really calming, or restorative is another word we've heard used. Someone else just described seeing it as a space for self-care, which he found really important. Someone else described it as fun, which is nice. And also I think some young people have described the group as being a place where they can develop some skills to, I guess, self-regulate and build coping skills, which is really important in terms of young people's well-being and recovery from mental ill health.
Yeah, since I've been working with Yogahood on the WELS here, I feel myself into this kid's shoes. I don't know if I can fit there or not, but at some point I feel myself fitting in their shoes because I've moved from my own country and getting settled, trying to settle in Australia. it has been a bit frustrating to me. So I can imagine to them also getting here. Everything to them is new, different language, different culture, and different life. Everything is different, and then this the struggle of trying to settle down in different place. It's also a bit frustration. So by introducing yoga to these kids, it helps in calming the mind and help in boosting or in helping them for a better being. So bringing yoga to these kids, youth, refugee, it's really helping them to calm down that anxiety and also boosting their well-being. That's, I feel like, is something we should do for most of the kids in Australia.